So I'm Gebrasy, a singer-songwriter from Lithuania, and I'm participating this year in the final of Eurovision national selection with my song Where Do You Wanna Go?
Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me. I just want to say firstly, congratulations on the success of Where Do You Want to Go? It's kind of blown up. Your semi-final performance and the lyric video have both got over 100,000 views on YouTube, which is obviously a very massive achievement. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's absolutely unexpected. I really did not think this would happen before I released the song. So yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed with the results and how everything is going, but that's a really nice surprise.
What I love most about the storyline, just kind of following the Lithuanian selection. So obviously you participated in Eurovision ESCXTRA under your forename in 2017 with Shine Like Gold. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And then in 2019 again.
I also participated in 2018. Yeah.
And 2018. So you're a veteran at this point.
I went for 3 years in a row, then I made a little break, and then I came back this year.
Do you feel like the revamp of the selection from Eurovision ESCXTRA to Pabandom is Naujo has made a difference in the reception to your song?
Actually, I absolutely adore the changes that they've made. The fact that the jury is watching the performances through television, and we don't need to wait for their verdict on this stage, as well as the televote that is only announced at the end of the show and not 4 to 5 times during the show. I think these changes are very, very cool and add a lot of validity to the whole process. And I think that more and more artists are going to be inclined to participate with these changes.
So when you wrote the song, because you're a singer-songwriter, as you mentioned, and you obviously put a lot of yourself into the song, was it always the intention to submit it for the selection, or was it just going to be a song that you were going to release?
This song was written part of a project that was meant for Eurovision. I was writing 2 songs a week, and I kept on recording them, then going back home, writing some more. And this was one of the songs that was decided that we are going to find an artist for this song. I had a completely different song planned, but it changed once, then it changed twice, then for the third time, and Where Do You Wanna Go was the fourth final choice for me this year. Another one was No, that went to Titas and Benas. And the other two, well, I'll probably release them someday by my own name.
I mean, it must be very exciting just kind of seeing the difference, because in your previous attempts, you had never made it this far. You had never had so much momentum. I mean, between the heat and the semi-final, your televote over doubled, and you won the jury vote twice. So how do you feel about Saturday, which is the final, going into it as one of the front runners?
Well, it's definitely going to be entertaining. The group has a lot of fans, like really a huge amount of fans, both in Lithuania and in Europe, and you could probably even say the world, the other continents that follow Eurovision. So yeah, it's going to be a very entertaining final. I don't know how it will all pan out. I just hope that I won't be 40,000 televotes behind.
I will say you're definitely a dark horse because you have this momentum that's been building between the semis. And I think it's a lot. We are obviously, because of the circumstances with Eurovision last year, a lot of returning artists have either been selected by their broadcaster, which LRT opted not to because they wanted to maintain the success of the selection, which obviously makes sense. But the route, obviously given the pass, a lot of people assumed that the returning artist would always be the ones winning. But I definitely think you have a shot because you have won the jury vote, and that's half of the equation. Are you allowing yourself to kind of picture the story beyond, or are you just planning as an artist, regardless, I have a plan for what I'm going to release this year, what I'm going to do? How is that kind of factored into your plans at all?
Well, I'm really not overthinking what's going to happen on Saturday too much. I just really want to focus on the fact that I need to perform as well as I did in the semifinal, just so I could be happy with what I've done. And the results, well, I guess we'll find out soon enough how it's going to happen. I don't think that, well, if I win, well, of course, my plans change a lot because I'll have to adjust to so many different and new things. And in the case of not winning, I already have some additional plans for the future that I'm going to focus on. I really want to release as much music as possible this year because it's been a very tough year last year with the whole COVID situation. Like, we haven't had work for a half a year now. We couldn't do gigs anywhere, only like performances on television. But since I was not a very known artist in Lithuania, I did not get opportunities like that. So I spent a lot of time at home just writing. And I really want to show what I did, I guess, over these past 12 months.
So with the song, would you say that the pandemic has shaped the writing or the way the song was put together at all? Did it inspire any of the kind of, it's a very moody song, did it inspire any of the words that went into the lyrics?
Actually, I don't think the COVID situation really messed or inspired my writing because, well, we didn't know when COVID is going to end. I started working on this project early summer, so I was writing a lot of songs with the intention that they're going to be perhaps sung in spring. And we didn't know what the situation was going to be in spring, so you really had to think of a lot of lyrical variants, like happy songs, sad songs. You just had to have a little bit of everything to fit as many artists' needs as there were. So yeah, I don't think it was a lyrical inspiration caused by COVID.
I think that's fair. I've been asking a lot of artists that, and the response has been different because some people have been really inspired by the events and some people have been demotivated. But in your case, you had a process and you had obviously thoughts and feelings that were inspiring your work, and it's kind of followed through regardless. Do you feel that? Try to think how to rephrase this. Because you're a returning artist to the selection and you've overseen the changes from Eurovision ESCXTRA to Pabandom is Naujo, do you think the experience has in any way shaped your participation this time around, which is obviously the fourth time paid off massively?
Well, I don't know if the changes affected me as much. The biggest change is the people that I'm working with this year, and I'm working with a composer, Costa, and we've been writing a lot together this past year. And this participation in Eurovision, I guess, was like a fresh start for the both of us, and we wanted to show what we've achieved together and just start something new, I guess. And Eurovision was the perfect opportunity, and you could say the only opportunity because everything else is closed down. So, like, there were a lot of comments of people saying that I should have saved the song for next year. Well, I feel very strongly about it that I shouldn't have because I needed this as an artist and as a person. I needed to get out of my home and actually do something. So, I have zero regrets.
I think that's a great mindset to have. I think you've really, your kind of the way you're thinking about it and approaching it is a very productive and a very sensible way. And I'm very pleased that you've had such a great reception, and through persevering and returning, you've managed to kind of cultivate a bigger following and got a lot of traction for your song. I think it's a fantastic thing for artists to be able to have that, and especially in these times to have that platform that the broadcasters are giving you. It's a testament to why maybe it's good to have the national final again, despite the fact that an artist was selected last year and didn't go. Okay, I want to really thank you for your time and wish you the best of luck for Saturday. So obviously it's a huge show. A lot of people from across the content will be tuning in. So if there's a message you want to give to the people who'll be watching and tuning in.
Well, I just want to say that I am really thankful for all the support that I'm getting on YouTube, on Instagram. I read all of the comments. I reply to most of the messages. I've noticed over time that actually starting to become more and more impossible to get back to every single one of you. But I'm trying. I'm losing sleep, but I'm trying. So really, thank you for your support. The start of this year was absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see what's next.
All right, that's a great message. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you for the interview. Bye-bye.
Bye.